Hey, welcome back. History of Design, Session 11, Part B. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's surviving the rain. Lots of stuff going on. But guess what's changing? New project. Final big project of the year. It's going to be fun. It's something brand new. Nobody else has ever done. Well, it's based on something that people have done, but we are starting new. It's a new project. So I wrote it this year just for you guys. But let's go through. One, make sure I talked last time. We all know about these. Make sure you're registering for your next classes as soon as you can. We're running fewer and fewer sections, so there's fewer and fewer options. If you run into a problem and you want to take one of mine are listed as face-to-face. You need to communicate to me if you want to take it not face-to-face. The reason I want to take face-to-face is interaction makes for better projects. Interaction, we have professional design, getting off your butts and coming on in and working on a project with a professional. Like, it's just at your fingertips. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? So I'm very excited about that. So you have to let me know then if you're taking any of those courses. You let me know. And kind of why can't you make it in? Why can't you sit down and settle in and work for a couple hours undistracted? But that's all good. So as we do session, we do our attendance for the week. Hit continue. What is a vector image? Well, it's an image made out of scalable paths. It can be resized. It not only use an animation, no, and it is not made of pixels. So it is made of scalable paths. Vector graphics are infinitely scalable. That's why I'm such a big proponent of them. I use Photoshop. I'm not a real big Photoshop-y, just like my mind doesn't think in photos, but I can do it if need be. But like, I always think about the graphics. I'm thinking about the type. I'm thinking about that. I'm not thinking like, oh, it's like this cool background. I wish I could, like Dave Carson stuff. So make sure we do that. We got the video lesson from, it was a short one too. I think we're just closing out, and let's get into Project C Part 1, graphic design zine. We are going to be creating a zine to give you the overview, and there will be more information next week because I don't want you to start thinking through it too much. It's a very specific one-page zine, but it's not one page. It prints on a single piece of paper, and you do this magic cut down the middle. You fold it a certain way, and you end up with a little book. And the book can be, you can just do an 8-page book, or open it up, reverse it, and then with that reversal, you could have a secondary book, or you could have a poster. Right now, we're just going to concentrate on the simpler of them, and we are going to create a single zine for our final design. And we're also going to change up how you can design it. This is going to push your design skills to a different level, get you to think a little bit differently. But before we get there, let's just get some information. Because once we have the information, it's like the client giving us the brief. Then we get the design parameters. Then we start putting it together. And then we start and finalize the design. It's going to be fun. I'm so excited for this. Yeah, it's going to be great. All right, research process. Just go through it step by step. But read it all, right? Read it all. I have this thing. It's like people run and like choose 2 graphic designers. I want this person. Oh, wait. The criteria for the designer choices is as follows. Select one graphic designer who has passed away. One of the graphic designers must still be with us. One graphic designer must be female. One graphic designer must be male. However you want to choose that. So one past, male or female, and then one who is with us, then the opposite. if you chose if I chose CP Pinelli's, who is a female graphic designer who has passed away, then I would choose it like Aaron Draplin, who is a male graphic designer who's still with us. I'd choose, like Michael Beirut is even better. Stuff like that. So that's what we want. We want, at this point, just 100 words on each designer that you picked. Just to get the primer, you should know about this person a little bit. Like, why did you pick who you picked? Like, who's this graphic designer? And then collect and visual research imagery, 5 different pieces for each designer. Make sure when you do this that you are getting that graphic designer's artwork. I mentioned this before. Now, when you search stuff on the internet, there's so much shit out there. I'm just going to say it. We're all adults. There's so much shit out there, and you never like are 100% like, is it from that graphic designer or is it somebody emulating the graphic design? Heck, I'm filling the internet with that stuff because I have you guys do emulate graphic design styles as a part of your practice to learn new skills and try different things. And then that gets posted to the internet. I post them to the, college social media site. So make sure we get 5 different pieces for each designer. This is just the start. This is just to get this stuff going. We're going to add more. There's going to be more words. There's going to be more pieces. But once we get who you want and we get things started, we'll move forward. So very similar to the poster, very similar to the brochure, and now we're doing it for a zine. Now the presentation design. Create a single multi-page presentation in InDesign. It's the best page. Multi-page InDesign, pow. Works great. And the page layout should be, graphic designer 1, then graphic designer 1 write-up, graphic designer 5 visual, graphic designer 2, graphic designer 2 write-up. You could do this however you want, as long as it looks great, right? How do you want to design each page? Should I have an opener? Should probably have an opener. And then maybe I'll have like a single blast with a name right in front. Like I should be doing this. This is the stuff you think about, I'm opening up Photoshop. Let's see what crap I got going on here. New file. Ugh, every time I reset this, it does something dumb. Nope. I think every time I share the screen, this resets. There we go. File, new. It doesn't really matter. Just do that. Create. So let's get in our drawing mode. Picture pages. So so this is an intro. And then this is going to be like the title of it, class, and who you are. And then the next page. Wow, it's like what's happening here? All right, then the next page. So maybe this is just like bold, like first name, last name, like super big. And then the next page would be, maybe I do like their name is faded back, really light. And then I have the bold paragraph of information goes over it. And then the other page, it'd be like still like this is faded back. And then I have their 5 pieces, really nicely arranged depending on the size and the shape of the pieces. And then I just repeat that, or there's 1,000 ways to do it. But this is how I would do it. I would think through that process. You're telling a story about design. You're telling a story when you present your work to somebody. And as you might know, portfolio night's coming up, and you can show this process to people, and it should look like a story. So like, this is the cover, right? And then we have, what am I going to be talking about? The designer. And then here's the information about designer. And then here's the images about designer. And then when we go, and this is like designer A. And then B is going to be similar, but maybe we alter the color of the page, so we know that there's a difference when we come to here. You know, like, so if this is blue, maybe this is red. I don't know. You know, I'm just making it up. I haven't picked my designers yet. I think I would pick them this afternoon, because I want to do this one. This is an exciting one. And then, you know, like, it's the same situation. These will look different because maybe the designer has different sizes, whatever. So that's what, we're looking for. And sometimes, literally, I do this all the time. Quick little, because you know what? Now I don't have to think about it. And I got this down on a piece of paper. You know what I'd be still doing in InDesign? How many pages do I want? If I do one, I'd be calculating how many pages and then trying to figure out other, like here, I just like, okay, so I'm going to need a big bold font. Maybe I'll do a font that is different for the text. So I'd do like, this would be sans and this would be serif. You write little notes. And then once I find the imagery, I'll place it around and figure things out. Simple, right? We're doing this all the time. But these presentations tell the story. And it helps people who are looking at your work understand, like, oh, where are you coming from? What are you doing? This is like the creative brief. This is how we share the information. So let's see what you got. Let's see who you pick. I'm excited to see who you pick. I'm going to update this too, that you have to include the photo of the person as well. And I'm going to update that. I'm going to actually exit this card. And I've read over this a couple times, but now I'm like, shoot, I don't have a photo in there. I want to see a photo of the person as well. So I'm going to include that. And I'm going to do it while I'm talking to you, so you know that it's happening. And you can't say, I didn't know. Okay. And I'll put right up photo. Not fitato. Right up. There you go. And there you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's get it done. Like, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Pick somebody that inspires you. Pick somebody. They can be people from around the world. Like, I'm not asking, I'm just asking for the male and the female, passed away and still with us. That's the only criteria. You can pick anybody that you want, that as long as they're a graphic designer, something that you are doing and becoming. We're looking for that draw, like, oh, I love this person's work. I want to be like them, do this. Like, that's what we're looking for. So that's it. Nice and easy. Little, not even 15 minutes of hanging out. Do nicely. Let's see what you got. And again, use the mid-session project review. Contact me. I'm always around. I'm here. Talk to me. I know, work a little bit in advance. Send it to me. How's this looking? How can I know I do give feedback, but it's always like, why get feedback after the fact when you can get feedback during the process? And then it's not, then you're like, well, now that I hand that in, it's going to be perfect. Rather than I handed it in. Oh my God, what is he going to say about it? So you hand it in to me earlier. Then you hear back. I'm like, oh, just fix this, turn it in. It'll be perfect. And then you just like move on to the next stage. I guess that's when you want it. I personally, I would like it like, I know sometimes I've done it. You work up into the last minute. But even if you share a work in progress with me, I can help you out. So, all right. That is it for me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I'm around. I'm here to help you. I want to help you. And that's that. All right. Take care. Hopefully we start drying out there. I hope everybody, if you own a property, your basements are clean and clear. And I will talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.